Karlach's all fire and fury. I pray to the Triad it doesn't consume her. Make some room, and I'm all yours.
Good time for a chat.
Almost pleasant traveling with company, if you ignore all the less pleasant aspects. Fine. What's on your mind?
I don't think I've ever had a confidant quite like you. And if I have, I can't remember them.
Well, hello. What can I do for you?
Speak. Hey, soldier.
Go ahead. I'm listening. Think of it as tribute. The kind a king might pay to a more powerful neighbor to avoid invasion. As long as I pay, there will be peace. But should I ever stop, along comes a war. I can assure you, the battlefield would extend well beyond the borders of my body alone. We all have our burdens, one way or the other.
Well, hello. What can I do for you?
Well met.
Here goes nothing.
Hell's fire. She's coming.
Well, you've been naughty. And you know what happens when you're naughty.
Gods damn it. Anyone but her.
Handler's the word, if it's all the same. My pup here's been unruly. And his leash needs a yank. We had a deal, Will. But Karlach's still breathing.
I've taken more pleasant shits than you, Mizora. And at least those can be buried after.
That's no kind of talk for a lady. By the way, Karlach, Zariel sends her regards.
You told me! Devils only! She's a tiefling, not a monster!
How precious. The little pupster's found his bark.
Clause G, Section 9.
Targets shall be limited to the infernal, the demonic, the heartless, and the soulless. Karlach meets the criteria by virtue of having no heart. Don't you worry. That ship has long sailed the Styx. But a defiant pup must still pay his price. To wit.
Will burns in the fires of Avernus. The lightning storms of Dis strike his flesh. His soul passes through each layer of the hells, gaining their essence and their torment.
That's better.
What the hells have you done?
A promise broken, a price paid. You know the terms. Get used to the new form, pet. There's no going back. Some magic even I can't undo. Now, let's see how the frontiers fare without their precious blade. Karlach, keep an eye on him, would you? I'll be keeping mine on you. Oh, and Will, don't forget, our pact still stands. Ta-ta.
Gods damn her, straight back to the hells. Just look at me. I did what was right, and Mazora made me pay for it. I'd be hunting devils and demons, she said. Traitors and hypocrites, heartless evils of all sorts, but not Zariel's victims. Not innocent tieflings. I'd count my lucky stars for it, but I reckon luck is on holiday. I'm only alive because my patron still has use for me. It's Mazora who grants me the power to conjure armor and cast eldritch blasts. Before I was infected, I could even call hell beasts and summon festering clouds, but I promise you, every thrust of my blade and every flame I sparked was for the good of the coast. The one little question that put me out of house and home. I can't utter the terms or circumstances of the pact. I can tell you most all else, but the pact, I'm forbidden, unless Mazora permits it. But I'll say this. The moment I pacted myself to Mazora, I have not regretted for a heartbeat. It was my proudest deed. It was worth the sacrifice. All I can give you on that is my solemn word. Well met. It's said that anyone who bathes in the river of blood emerges as one born anew. It's a lot like that, I imagine. I feel the weight of these horns on my head, curling upwards like a mammoth's tusks. I feel these ridges snaking down my neck, not to mention a few bumps and prongs in unmentionable places. But I haven't seen my reflection just yet. Be my mirror. What do you see? It's because you know the heart lurking under the horns. The people will see a curiosity, maybe even a beast hungry for their souls. But I will slay their monsters, keep them safe, and one day they will see The Blade of Frontiers again. A possibility that's kept me awake countless nights. But I don't have a clue where to start, other than play her games and play by the rules. That's the only language devils listen to. There could well be. She has the blighted thing. What I know of it is simply what has engraved itself upon my memory. My contract is very clear. I can bring Mizora no harm. She'll have to let me out of my pact willingly. The only way out is if I can out-bargain her. We're standing here with nothing but the clothes on our backs and the worms in our heads. We can. I'm sure of it. How glad I am that you see me as more than my patron's pet.
I wasn't expecting it, but I'm glad to have some company on this journey.
Press ahead.
Why are we slowing down? We were both part of Zariel's inner circle. Her by choice, me by force. In the grand scheme of things, I'm inconsequential to Zariel. Sure, I've got the engine, but I wasn't even her strongest fighter. But she favored me like a child favors a captive pet. Mizora envied the attention, I suppose. I'm sure when Zariel gave her the order to hunt me down, Mizora was delighted. No kidding. The fighting, the chaos, the betrayal. It had the makings of a good stage show, but I did not want to be one of the players. I don't know. You'd think she'd have more important things to do. Devils and their pride.
Accident or sabotage? cautious.
Infernal metal! This can help dam and patch up my engine.
I've got a long road ahead. Cursed to put my hands on everything. Should mind my step.
I'll talk to the guards at Baldur's Gate. I speak their language.
My love, you were a caravan escort for 3 days, and you quit in the middle of your shift.
You sound like your father.
Well, it was his caravan.
No helping it. We're
Something's on my
exposed
mind.
How fares the search?
Please let this work.
The weight of it. And that blaze of chaos. Can't imagine this where my heart should be. Must be quite the experience. Give me just a moment. And I think There. You'll have to install it, I'm afraid. I don't think there are thick enough gloves in all the realms to protect from that kind of heat.
That feels... good. I'm still burning hot as hell's hole, but I feel less... changeable. Cheers, mate.
Pleasure. And as for the heat, I haven't got any solutions now, but I'm not giving up. Could be if the combustion chamber had its own insulation, or if we had some kind of enchanted coolant. Find me again in Baldur's Gate. If I'm worth my salt, I'll have figured something out by then. Take care, Karlach. And hopefully the next time I see you, I'll have something promising to report. Pocket any infernal iron you find along the way,
Damn druids. Can't wait to get back to the gate.
How long until Roland shows off his thunder wave?
I suppose we'll start in the outer city. Get a little business.
Your spice.
Damon's upgrade didn't cool me down, but it did juice me up. I don't think I've ever felt more powerful. Do you want to? I'd like that. Now, let's find that infernal iron before I overheat.
I'd die if I met Leroica reeking of this place. I'll never get the smell out of my clothes. I'll have to burn them.
Condition is worsening again. I need to consume some powerful magic or it may become volatile. Perhaps I'm not conveying the urgency of the situation. It's incredibly, world-shatteringly important you give me a suitable artifact. Please. course. I hate for you to think me impatient or ungrateful. I shall persevere. For now.
Speak. Chook, you believe you can survive without me? As you say, do not keep me waiting.
Need something? Darling, I thought you'd never ask. Lead on. Trust no one. Biting flies. Midges. Ugh. Shouldn't nature be beautiful and serene? It looks so nice in the upper city parts.
Upper City, huh? Swish. Never spent much time there myself.
I'll happily take you, if we survive this bug's banquet.
Sounds good. I've always been curious what a patriarch looks like.
No one back home will ever believe this. Never wanted the easy path.
Do you have someone waiting for you in Baldur's Gate, Astarion? A sweetheart, perhaps?
No sweethearts, no. I prefer them savory.
This is what I get for trying to strike up conversation.
doing over there? Chasing bird?
Goblins ahead.
Look it, Claw. Sapper's here. Unless you got another reason to be here. Feck shite.
As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
Down, Claw! Bad girl!
Your mind lurches, reeling suddenly as if bitten.
Easy, lads. We got a true soul coming through. I don't know any house in your excelness. Oh, one of them thieves? If he ain't dead, he's in the pits with the rest of them.
If this is the state of their camp, how bad must the pits be?
Lads are celebrating the raid on Joaquin's Rest. We captured a Duke, we did, all the way from the city. I'm sure the higher-ups will make sure you get the best of the spoils, your excelness. The boss is in the temple inside. Midara, too. And Priestess Gut can show you how many new recruits we got.
We're gonna miss out on all the drinking!
Shut it! We got a job to do.
They could at least send some of that booze our way.
You'd be even less used to me drunk. So shut up and keep your eyes peeled. You'd be even less used to me drunk. So shut up and keep your eyes peeled.
I should speak up.
Excuse!
Stupid.
Your worshipness. Did I say you can move?
Oh, right.
Rip you for your giblets. Got thick giblets. One on!
Where's the rest of the lads at? Probably getting curled out their cranks.
We're gonna miss out on all the drinking!
We got a job to do.
They could at least...
Looking at a future true soul, you are. Boss Ragslin says I'm next in line.
And the Knoll gnawed her arm clean off. So much for the flaming fist, eh? You ain't here? We sacked Joaquin's Rest and left it to burn. Drow flinging magic, Knoll snapping off heads. Inn's nothing but a pile of ash by now. Glorious. Bunch of prisoners got towed to Moonrise. City snobs mostly. But the Flaming Fist? Pile of smoking corpses. You ain't know the broken road? Nah. I'll tell you real slow like, so you don't miss it. North.
Tribe?